Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird in New York City. I have today a collage of my future. Sheila, who was Leonard Bernstein, who wrote the West Side Story, held the art class where I did this collage. The people I put on the collage in my room, but the rest of it I cut out from magazines in Sheila's art room. I was listening to a TED talk where this woman had been a 7-time winner of a championship surfing competition. And she was saying that the 5 people you spend the most time with are going to affect your behavior and what you do in life. And I realized that the people I spend my time with, for example, Robin Birdsong, I talk to almost every day. She's my daughter, and she was Galileo. And so I spend my time with Galileo, who was a scientist. I also spend my time with Maria Cott, who does the writing group, who was Mary McLeod Bethune, a Black American educator. I spend my time with her. I spend my time with Clara Barton, who founded the American Red Cross, Jessica Tanner Mentio, and who else? I spend my time with Eleanor Roosevelt, Judy Redinger, who collaborates with me. She's doing the sketches for my book, the Body Book of Questions. I spend my time with Milton Harris. I'm looking around. I put their pictures in books. That's why I can't show you their pictures. Milton Harris was my father in a past life. And he was John Milton, who wrote Paradise Lost. And he was Homer, who wrote the Iliad and the Odyssey, which had a great deal of effect on the Greek culture. And who else did I spend my time with? I think that's 5 people, right? So I'm in good company. And as far as Sheila's concerned, who was Leonard Bernstein, who wrote the West Side Story, the musical, I am writing a musical, Mr. and Mrs. Jesus Christ. So I spend my time with the person who wrote a big hit musical, in addition to other people, and she inspired me to do this vision board today. So this I'm going to explain to you. I was supposed to post what I want to happen in my future, okay? So let's see, where do I begin? I want everyone to be having fun, having careers in talk and share therapy. That's me with love. And I'm a talk and share therapist. I want to be the therapist for people who have the most responsibility. Oh, I know who I didn't put here. Oh, okay, let's see. I didn't put Govinda Singh. I have to put his picture there. There he is. He is the king of the cosmos, Jesus Christ, 21st century. So I want to put this, and I want to put the book, Equilibrium of Love, that he gave us, is a blueprint for heaven on earth, the way they created it in India at the Punjab, the Dara. Okay, so I want to be his therapist, and I want to be the king of America, sing Birdsong's therapist, and I want to be the empress. She's the empress of the UK and Europe, Galileo Robin Birdsong. I want to be my own therapist. I know was Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen of England. I want to be Adam, the first entities therapist, Michael Bublé. and his children, Gary, the very angry Gary Crosby, now known as Noah Bublé, and his little brother. I want to be St. Patrick, the explorer king, no, the explorer, Christopher Columbus, Melanie L. Spear, who is my daughter. I want to be, and she's a princess of America. I want to be her therapist. I want to be her father's therapist, who was Frank Lloyd Wright. He was Reuben the painter. He was St. Anthony. He was great master of the Dara, Sawan Singh, and he's my husband of 37 years. I want to be the therapist for my grandchildren. This is Uncle Sam, who was Shirley Temple. She was also the master, the Saint Baba Jamal Singh, for whom the Dara, here's a picture of the Dara, was named after. This is Heaven on Earth that I was telling you about, okay? And her brother who founded the Dara, Swamiji, his name is Seth Ranziger. Her name is Jindara Michelle Ranziger. His name is Seth Ranziger. He found the Dara. It was haunted, and he meditated there for 17 years alone because the neighbors wouldn't go any place near it because of the demons and devils that inhabited the Dara. So his meditation purified the Dara and made it into what it is today, which is a place of pilgrimage and devotion to the perfect living master of the time. And some people live there. They're lucky enough to live there. Okay, so what else we have? And I want to be the therapist for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who has been reborn as Seth Ranziger, my grandson. Okay, is that everybody? Oh, I want to be the therapist for Albert, Prince Consort, who was the wife of Robin Birdsong when she was Queen Victoria. I want to be his therapist. He's now Earl Percy, an aristocrat and an English businessman. Okay, now I have said who I want to be the talk and share therapist for. Now I'll tell you what else is on this vision board. Psychology Insights. Okay, what do we have here? Guru Masters mindfully sit back, relax, and meditate. Okay, that's what I've been doing for years, and Robin Birdsong's on the same path as me. She's been meditating for years as well. Did I say I want to be the therapist for Ostara Gloria, who was St. Patrick? No, her mother was St. Patrick. She was St. Kabir, and she was Hiawatha, who united with the peacemaker to unite the 5 Indian tribes into the Iroquois nation. Okay, and she was chief Sitting Bull as well. So she needs a little therapy about the defeat the United States Army gave her when she was Sitting Bull. Okay, and in meditation, you can raise your consciousness. Also, doing talk and share, you can raise your consciousness. And here's a small paragraph about, let's see what we have here. Ideas about the nature of self-awareness. Self-awareness comes to you in talk and share. So that's how I found my past lives. Here evolved in tandem with new analytic methods and technology. Let me read it again. Ideas about the nature of self-awareness have evolved in tandem with new analytic methods and technology. Talk and Share was created by Freud, German psychiatrist Fritz Perls, Emma, the wife of Dr. Carl Jung, And the creator, that's the Michelle Birdsong, created Talk and Share with under the guidance of Jesus Christ, 20th century, Charan Singh, and 21st century Jesus Christ, Govinda Singh. Okay, let's see. So it's amazing psychology. Talk and Share is amazing psychology and ancient consciousness. What does that say? It says emotion regulation. The process, Talk and Share. It helps self-control because it helps you regulate your emotions. Okay, up here, let's see, it says the mind, happy. That's what I want, people to have happy minds. Again, that's Talk and Share. Can remove the blocks that keep you from being unhappy, keep the mind from being unhappy. Okay, today's cure, how to cure depression with Talk and Share. A fix for feelings. Okay, and we have Here Sneeze of the Greasy Baby, says Abigail, is a moral tale written by Robin Birdsong with the concept and title given by the Michelle Birdsong with illustrations from T.J. Robshaw. The little girl Abigail was drawn from the photograph of Jandara Renzinger when she was a little girl, little blue-eyed blonde she was then. Okay, as we can say, Talk and Share is a fix for feelings that works faster than drugs. It's a Socratic method of getting to the truth, and the truth will set you free. When you get to the truth of what you are feeling, you are freed of the feelings and the emotions to feel normal. All right, and we have nutritious diet. Here we have avocado and broccoli and spinach. I think these are I don't know what those are. And onions, fresh red onions, pecans, a lot of proteins and nuts. I think these are mushrooms. This book, by the way, is